What's up, guys? It's Satch here. I've been trying to record this like 3 times, and I messed it up 3 times. Well, I didn't mess it up. My computer would just throw some random shit at me. But yeah, so pretty much I'm just gonna condense it down. I got Heroes Rise here. Heroes Rise: The Prodigy. It's a game on Steam, and it's text-based, and why not? I used to play text-based games a couple summers ago. Really bored. I had an internship, and it looked bad if you were like watching movies and stuff at the desk. So I played text-based games to satisfy my need to play a video game and make it look like I was actually working. So here we go. Let's just start it off. And Part 1, Legend Has It, and Chapter 1, Homeward Bound. A helicopter blade slices through the air, inches away from your face, filling your nostrils with the smell of burning metal. You don't have time to process this, however, as a ball of flame unfurls in your direction. You leap onto a neighboring rooftop and tumble around a smoldering chunk of engine. Today was supposed to be your day off, but when you saw a news chopper careening out of control above the city, you just couldn't stand by like a common pedestrian. As you pull clear of the wreckage, you see that the ejected pilot floats high above the rooftops from a parachute, one that is crawling with licks of flame. It won't be long before the parachute burns out, and the pilot drops hundreds of stories to his death. So, how are you going to save him? Okay, we got rip up the cables that run along the roof and use them to lasso the pilot down. What type of dude am I? Use the zip cord from your wrist holder to reel in the pilot. Forget the pilot. He'll be able to steer himself onto one of the rooftops. It's much more important to stop the burning wreckage from falling to the streets below. Oh my gosh, that one's good. I like that. You spin around and you see the severed tail of the helicopter teetering on a ledge. You rush back across the roof to stop it from falling completely and forgetting about the chunk of fuel-soaked engine that you dodged before. As you approach the helicopter tail, an explosion rocks the engine. A blast of heat hits you full force, searing the skin from your bones. What? As your vision fades to black, you remove the virtual reality. You remove the virtual reality helmet and end your 3D gaming experience. You blink several times to adjust to the sunlight in the room, which pours in through sleek glass windows. Then you look across the conference table at a buttoned-up executive eyeing you. So, what do you think? They really ramped up the graphics, right? She! Ha 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 ha! Oh, don't spoil the surprise. Take the game home for your full report. You can collect your advance from the I'm sorry. I can't believe I read her like that. You can collect your advance from the front desk on your way out. Thanks as always. You are virtual reality's best game tester, but this executive still doesn't know your name. You force a smile and a reminder you are a guy named Next. Declan, Lewis Paul. I'd rather create my own first name, damn it. Satch. Okay. Right, Satch. Always a pleasure. The executive then strides out the door, no doubt on her way to a more important meeting. So you walk toward the front desk alone, thinking you'd much rather be out there saving real helicopter crashes than testing fake ones. But hey, at least it pays the bills. Though not very well, you think you accept a $100 deposit. A deposit for $100 at the front desk. Adding this amount to your bank account will bring your grand total to whatever, $2,100. Not exactly rolling in the dough, are you? No, I'm not. You push all thoughts of money from your mind as you exit into the bustling street of Millennia City, nestled on America's west coast between Los Angeles and San Francisco. Okay, so it's like a future city, Millennia City. Millennia City is the shining beacon of 22nd century. I should just keep reading then. 22nd century progress, not to mention the city you've called home your entire life. You step into the crowd next to a woman whose skin is covered in fishy scales. Wow. Each one reflecting a different color. You suppose this might surprise some people, but not you. NYC finance, NYC has finance, LA has entertainment, and DC has politics. Politics, not politics. But MC has heroes. It's the powered capital of the country. And I'm the best game tester there is, baby. A fact you're reminded of as a sonic boom pulses through the air. You look up and see twin blondes rocketing through the sky, a cloud of smoke left in their wake. You sigh, knowing that you belong up there with the legends instead of down here with the masses. These days, 1 out of every 3 people is born with the powered abilities, and pretty much every one of them wants to be a hero, especially now that powered heroes have eclipsed movie stars and music icons to set the standard for A-list celebrity. Makes sense. This kind of reminds me of that Disney movie, like Up and Away, I think it was, but whatever. You'd also love to be flying home right now, considering you have the power to fly. However, one of too many gruesome mid-air collisions in the Department for the Regulation of Powered Resources, DRPR, designed the skies for government licensed travelers only, so flying is definitely off limits for you. But does that stop you? No, of course not. I was born to fly, no matter what the law says, you effing D-bags. Why on earth would you take the metro when you could be careening through the air, cutting your trip to a fat fraction of the time? Sure, the cost of transportation has grown insanely cheap since the Big Sur fusion plant was constructed and the economist Maria Prisco calculated the cure for inflation, but that doesn't stop the Metro from taking forever during rush hour. 22nd century, still dealing with 21st century problems. Let's get over that. Even though it would be very bad to get caught flying illegally, you've been soaring around MC ever since you could crawl fly. Okay. So you know all the best routes to keep yourself hidden from view. Crawl fly. Stepping into a deserted alley, you leap into the air and tense your muscles to kickstart your flight powers. Most people think flying feels like floating, but you know it really feels like swimming. It takes a lot of muscle control and endurance. Luckily, you've been training for years, the way a runner trains for a marathon, so you can fly today without much trouble. You pull upwards, feeling gravity work with you instead of against you, keeping close to the cover of the rooftops. You begin to weave your way home, cruising in and out of clearings with missile precision. And when a helicopter buzzes its way through the sky above you, you can't help but smile. 5 minutes later, you drop down to the street as you enter your neighborhood, MC's Eastern Fringes, which consists mostly of public housing projects, pawn shops, and liquor marts. Despite its lack of charm, the Fringes are still home, so you start to relax as you approach your apartment building. A loud crunch of glass snaps your senses to attention. Half a block up, you spot a body that has been thrown through the windshield of a car. A teenage boy with writhing snakes coiled around his outstretched arms stands on the sidewalk nearby. Before you can even blink, the body in the windshield leaps into the sky. Another teenage boy whose woolly knees bend backwards like a goat. Slugger, you curse to yourself. Another animal gang fight. Okay. The Eastern Fringes are home to a large portion of the animalistic powered population, widely known to have the most interspecies tension. There's an especially fierce feud between the local Ani gangs, the Cloven and the Scales. As a goat boy bounds through the air, Snake Boy reacts. His armed snakes... Oh my gosh, this is hard to read. His arm snakes surge forward, straightening their impossibly long bodies and clamping on to the goat boy's thighs with their teeth. Snake Boy then whips his arms back, using the snakes as levers to smash Goat Boy into the pavement. Knowing Goat Boy won't be able to survive much more thrashing, you run toward the scene and... Okay, we're gonna keep this decision for the next time. I'm running out of time here. But yeah, we'll make the decision in the next episode, and thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. And I'll see you next time, guys. Have a good one.